July 24, 1966, quarterfinal of the Football World Cup. Two teams playing in the competition for the first time amazed the world with their exceptional performances. But before we talk about that, let's go back a bit. The 1966 World Cup qualification is marked by disputes concerning the representation of African and Asian nations. Only one slot will be awarded for both continents, against 10 for Europe and 5 for America. FIFA refuses to change the format for this edition, and almost all countries decide to boycott the competition. Only two countries, North Korea and Australia, are going to compete to take part in their first World Cup. The two countries do not recognize each other, only 13 years after the end of the Korean War and in the midst of the Vietnam War. The match between them takes place on neutral ground, in the brand new Olympic Stadium of Phnom Penh, Cambodia. The North Koreans shocked the football world by beating the Australians, who were confident of their superiority. The score shows the gap between the two teams, 9-2, 6-1 on the first leg and 3-1 3 days later. The 8th FIFA World Cup begins on July 11, 1966. This edition is the first to take place in England, birthplace of the sport. The beautiful story of Phnom Penh seems to be nothing but a distant memory, as the Koreans are harshly beaten 3-0 by the Soviet Union. The Soviet team was one of the strongest in Europe at the time, thanks in part to Lev Yashin, the Black Panther, legendary goalkeeper of the Dynamo Moscow. After an honorable draw against Chile, everybody expects the Koreans to fly back home after a new defeat at the hand of Italy, double winner of the World Cup. No goal is scored until the 64th minute. Goal from Pak Duik. The Italians do not manage to score and are eliminated from the competition. North Korea advances to the quarterfinals. They face Portugal, a team which is also participating in its first World Cup. The Portuguese qualified first in the group of death by beating Bulgaria, Hungary and the back-to-back defending champion, Brazil, and its team of legends including Pelé and Garrincha by 3-1. The Portuguese team is the only one at the time in which players from the country's colonies are allowed to play. In 1966, 4 players born in Mozambique, Vicente Lucas, Hilario, Mario Coluna and Eusebio, are part of the Seleção. Eusebio won the 1965 Ballon d'Or and is the star of the Benfica Lisbon, with whom he won the 1962 European Cup. The North Koreans continue to astonish the football world by leading 3-0 after 25 minutes. The Koreans are now the favorites to qualify for the semi-finals. No one in the stadium suspects that they are about to witness one of the biggest comebacks in football history. Overly confident, the Korean players are gradually losing the cohesion that had allowed them to go this far. Eusebio does not lose any opportunity to show his immense talent. He scores 4 goals, including 2 penalties caused by a defense in disarray. Jose Agosto seals the score 10 minutes before the final whistle, 5-3. Eusebio and his teammates advance to the semi-finals after a legendary match which saw the unexpected face-off of 2 huge outsiders. The Portuguese would end up winning the match for the 3rd place against the Soviets after losing to England in the semi-finals. The English will win their first World Cup by beating West Germany 4-2 after extra time. Eusebio is the competition top scorer with 9 goals. Before a competition boycotted by most countries of the Third World, no one could have suspected that an Asian team and a player born in Africa could have been its stars. In the summer of 1966, improbable heroes gave a little hope to suffering nations, for whom the Cold War did not only unfold in the newspapers. If you enjoyed this episode of 3 Minutes for Glory, please make sure to leave a like, subscribe and tell us in the comments which stories you would like to see next.